So I was Attorney General of a border state. I went after the transnational gangs, the drug cartels, and human traffickers. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. So I know what I'm talking about. We know our immigration system is broken, and we know what it takes to fix it. Comprehensive reform that includes strong border security and an earned pathway to citizenship. But Donald Trump does not want to fix this problem. Be clear about that. He has no interest or desire to actually fix the problem. He talks a big game about border security, but he does not walk the walk. Earlier this year, everybody here knows, earlier this year we had a chance to pass the toughest bipartisan border security bill in decades. But Donald Trump tanked the deal. Because he thought by doing that it would help him win an election. But when I am president, I will sign the bill. So Arizona, ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom.
Wait a minute. You're the vice president of the United States. You work directly under Joe Biden. At this very moment, Donald Trump is running for president. He isn't in office at all. But how come he's to blame for your lack of oversight? And why the heck was he able to tank a deal when you're the ones who are in office? Because it's a fact that President Joe Biden removed many of Donald Trump's border policies on day one. I can literally show you that Biden did this. He said that he wasn't making a new law, just eliminating bad policy. And within the 4-year term of the Biden-Harris administration, we've seen the number of illegal immigrants in the country more than double to around 20 million. Now, some people say it's even worse than that. But Harris is coming in and gaslighting us that Donald Trump's at fault when he wasn't even in the room when they decided to open our borders. And what's even worse is what she's planning on doing once she's in office. I know she's selling us on this idea, but here's what she actually wants to do.
Hi, my name is Sally Hartman. I'm a volunteer with the Center for Worker Justice.
Okay.
I want to know, when you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day one.
That's what she wants to do. But of course, this is news that doesn't break through mainstream media. You got to go through the likes of X just to kind of find out what she's really up to. And it's not surprising to hear that she's got a plan for illegal immigrants on day one, but yet nothing for the American people. And Harris is tiptoeing on this issue because, by saying that the border is unsafe, she's criticizing her own term and even President Joe Biden.
How long have you guys known that Vice President Harris does not think President Biden is doing a good job at the border?
Wait, say that one more time?
Well, she's now promising to hire thousands more border agents than there are now under President Biden.
Wait, but start your question again.
How long have you guys known that Vice President Harris does not think that President Biden is effective with his border policy?
I mean, that you're making a huge jump. Why she did not say this. This is something that you are assuming. I don't understand why you would assume that. It's not true.
She has a campaign ad where she is saying they need more Border Patrol agents. If President Biden's doing such a good job, why do they need any more border agents?
We both believe that. The president does want more Border Patrol agents. You know who's getting in the way? You know who's getting in the way? Republicans in Congress. They're getting in the way. You know who else is getting in the way? The former president, Donald Trump. He's getting in the way. I mean, there's no daylight here.
It's like every single mistake that they've made under this administration has been pinned on Donald J. Trump. The man hasn't been in office in the last 4 years. And yet he's still to blame for the border. Trump is to blame for inflation, the economy, and everything else that they did wrong. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And why isn't anybody calling him out for it? Are we not aware of congressional powers that a former president retains after leaving office? Or are we again being gaslit? But let's go ahead and switch gears just for a second here, because I do want to talk about the job numbers that the White House touts every chance they get. Heritage Foundation economists EJ and Tony reported that all of the job growth that we've seen has been going to foreign-born workers, a category which the Bureau of Labor Statistics admits includes illegal aliens. Now, I want you guys to take that in for a second. How do you feel about that? The job numbers that are just so amazing, they're not even going to Americans, they're going to illegal aliens. This shows us that they've been lying to us for the longest time, boasting about job numbers that are strengthening the American people. Now, speaking of lies, though, we now know that President Joe Biden is not fit for office, a fact that was hidden from us by different high-ranking government officials, mainstream media, and even Kamala Harris herself. Even though it was pretty clear to the naked eye that something was definitely wrong with Biden. That's why you haven't seen him lately. And now we have further proof that the president hasn't been doing as well as we thought. Remember when he said that he had COVID? Well, a recent radio call in Las Vegas might add questions to that statement.
I need to get all the major intersections with lights shut down from Desert Inn all the way to Russell. So if units could just start calling out what intersections they're going to, I think that's going to be used. Let's start with the big ones. Yeah, units on the event channel are going to be moving with the package. But yeah, I want you guys just focus on those 3 major intersections for now. Just before I go on the POTUS movement, if you can monitor Event 8 channel, that's where movement will occur.
Yeah, for those units that are coming, just start going up and down Eastern, look for an intersection that needs to be shut down, and then just shut it down. I'm at Maryland and DI, confirming we're still holding these intersections.
All right, so right now they're on a hold for something with the president. So if you can go ahead and let some of that north and south flow, but not east and west, just north and south, please. Control 302.
302, go ahead, sir.
Okay, for everybody on the radio, right now POTUS is 421. He's being seen, so we're kind of waiting to see how this is shaping out. So for everybody's knowledge, he's 421 right now. We're just trying to figure out what's going on, and we're going to go from there.
Now, according to the LVMPD's code sheet, code 421 is a sick or injured person. Now, we're not sure just what happened to the president here, but it's pretty clear that the voices were concerned about his well-being, which could mean that another cover-up is needed for the White House. This is for them to keep the president seated until after the presidential election. But what do you guys think about this? We haven't heard a formal statement from the Las Vegas PD and the White House, but I do expect them to try and twist this in some way before the real truth comes out. Now, on that note, guys, I covered the Elon Musk Donald Trump interview on X in a previous video. Now, this is a conversation that was supposedly hit with a DDoS attack. Did you guys try getting into that live stream? Because it did not work for the longest time until they started working on the fix that was happening behind the scenes. But now we have new information about what really happened during this interview. Make sure you guys check that video out. As always, thanks so much for your time. Check that video out right now, right after this one. Thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and sharing this video. I'll see you on the next one.